I'm walking down the streets of Budapest, going to meet a friend of mine who lives here, Judith. I feel like as I'm going around Budapest, I should be keeping better track of the things that I'm doing and the things that I'm seeing. One of the things I really like here is how on the poles they've got these geraniums that makes it really pretty. Years ago when I first came here, Budapest was really stark. It was run down, it was sad, it was a little depressed. It was before the Iron Curtain came down back in the 80s. So I first came in 85, and today it's completely different. So, I mean, you could be, except for the language and the signage, you feel, well, there are different systems here. Like, I was going to say, you feel like you could be anywhere in the world. It's really navigable. However, there are differences, like the parking system is different. And even the lights when you're driving are different. Like, for instance, after you've been stopped at a red light, you get a yellow light that lets you know you're about to get a green. And you have to learn that that's your signal to kind of like rev the car and get ready to go because there are people behind you. When I first came here, there were hardly any cars and there was no parking system at all. And now, as you can see, there are just cars everywhere. And at first it used to be these Czechoslovakian cars and Russian cars, and now you have Volvo and Peugeot and Toyota and everything basically that you get in the US, but with small size variations and a lot more, what is it called? Not automatic, but manual transmission. But it's really fun going around Budapest now because it's much more people friendly. There are cafés that you can sit outside. You can pretty much get anything here as at home. Less additives to the foods, of course, because here they only allow 300, whereas in the US they would allow like 3,000 things that are banned here in Europe. Not that I want those. Okay, I'm crossing the street, so I have to be careful. So as I walk around Budapest, I'm going to be taking more videos. I'm going to be talking about my thoughts and experiences here, and if there's stuff to note, I'm going to let you know, because if you ever come to Budapest, it's great to get a sense of what you are stepping into from the perspective of a foreigner. And I happen to have a special place that I've been coming here for 40 years, since 1985. I speak the language somewhat. I'm conversational, which gets me into trouble because people think I'm fluent and I'm not. And oh my God, I was just buying gas today and it was kind of embarrassing. I get all kind of not sure what to say, not sure what to ask for. And finally I said to them, my husband usually does this, that's why I have no idea what I'm doing. But you know, people enjoy my frankness and that I can say a few words. So it's fun. All right, I hope you have a great day and more to come. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a front view of where I'm walking. What's really nice is that you see all these little gardens. And of course, if in the US, we're used to these kinds of things in Boston, where I live, or New York, but I've got to tell you that these things are really, really new. Like in the last 5 or 10 years, they figured out how to create these pretty little spaces of greenery inside the city. And I find it extremely welcome. It used to be really kind of brown and dried out. And like down here, you can see this line of geraniums on the poles. Love those. There's a line outside this place. It says soup, főzelék, which is kind of like a thick stew, sültek, which means grilled meat, and salata, some salads. And it looks pretty popular in there. I don't know if you can see, I can't hardly see him there. Anyway, there's a whole line outside. This isn't an area that I hang out a lot, but when I first, well, I should say some years ago, my husband and I decided to, rather than stay at his brother's place, which is outside of the city, that we would do some Airbnbs. And this area was one of the areas that we rented in. I did get to know a little bit of this part, but I was always really curious to know more because it was kind of like a more hip, artistic area. And I really liked the cute little shops. Let me show you something. Like, this is a hat store. Isn't that adorable? I love that little sign. And here is a little bookstore. It looks like a used bookstore. Someone who loves books would love being in here. It's just tiny, but it's kind of like, if you're in this neighborhood and you love books, I'm sure you hang out here. Okay, I'm looking at this Club Bistro Bar Cafe, and all of a sudden I'm realizing that I stayed here with my husband in an apartment. I don't know if it was on the right side or the left side of this place. I think, let me walk back, because my friend who I'm meeting, I know is going to be late. She missed her bus. I think this is it. Yes, this is the door. Very nondescript door here. But it was a great little, I remember loving the apartment upstairs. Okay, I want to show you, here is some, it's called Tökmag, which means sunflower. And it's vegan street food. It's kind of cool. That's what I mean, this kind of artistic area. And coming up is a place where I'm meeting my friend called Madal. And I almost went to the wrong place because Madal has three different locations in the city, all kind of in the same area. There's a nice little vegetable stand and store. Yeah, nice. And here is, these are also kind of fun. You'll find this all over the city. These kind of like pastries and croissants, pizza, they call it shuti, or these chica-biga, these snails at the bottom. And here is where I'm going to meet my friend at the Madal Coffee Company. So, see you later.